Today we are doing an interview with Val.
Hi guys!
You might know her from Crazy World of Val. She's always at every convention that we go to, so usually you've seen her
If you see her, you probably have seen me too. That's the thing.
In a lot of my videos I'm filming her things or her amazing
Also,
looks.
yeah.
This week she's actually doing an internship with me, and this is the last day of the internship, and we are doing an interview to learn more about her and how she discovered Lolita fashion. Let's go! How and when did you discover Lolita fashion?
This one's actually pretty particular. Because I've discovered fashion Lolita, I guess it was in 2016. I was 15 at that time. Because I had like some kind of event at my school before the exams. People would like have to dress the way they want. And I just saw this very cool dress from Japan LA at the time. I'll send you pictures so you can show it. And I just got it at this time. And I didn't know it was Lolita fashion. Turns out I just fell in love with those kind of dresses, and I just kept on getting more and more dresses of this style, not knowing it was Lolita fashion for years and years. I really discovered this was called Lolita fashion in 2021, so it was only 2 years ago, which is like, how didn't I know? You know, I had like AP replicas and such. It was written Lolita, but I still wouldn't, you know, match the thing. It was when I started to, you know, meet people, etc., that I discovered this was Lolita fashion. I was like, oh, okay, I like this fashion. I'm gonna get involved into it like way more.
Okay. And how often and to what occasions do you wear it now?
I'd say I wear it at least once a month. I do wear it when there are conventions all the time, and most particularly when there are, you know, special events. I wore it last month, I guess, to a jam show in Geneva. Like maybe today I still like that kind of sparkle that you have wearing it not every day. In my opinion. For me right now, I don't feel like wearing it every day because I think it will lose this kind of sparkle I have for this way of dressing. And I do not have enough clothes to do that. Let's be real about that too. But I still enjoy wearing Lolita fashion, you know, in special events, special occasions. So I just feel like that extra specialness.
Actually, I've been wearing now for a year
daily
Lolita,
that.
but it's not the same dress. I have dresses that I wear daily and blouses for daily, so I still enjoy doing OTT and everything because for me it's still special.
This is this. Yes, I get it. For you, it's the sparkle, and for me, for now, it's just wearing it to meet the sparkle. But maybe one day I'll switch to what you're doing, which is very impressive to me and very inspiring. And maybe why not? You know, one day doing very OTT stuff will be my kind of sparkle Lolita fashion.
Yeah, maybe. Now, how did you bring the subject to your friends and family and parents about this weird fashion that I want to wear?
I think I just started to wear it and that's it.
You already had an alternative style that they were used to seeing?
Yeah, actually, I've always been a bit of the weird dressed one, so, you know, it wasn't much of a shock to them, maybe, or, you know, it's like a step-by-step kind of process, so you know, you just don't go one day from wearing jeans and t-shirt, then wearing Lolita fashion, it's like a process, and it blends, and, you know, so the parents and the family isn't, like, so impressed, because one day you just woke up and you're like this, it's like a process. And they're slowly getting used to it, to seeing more accessories, to seeing more stuff, and one day, oh, you're like that, but they weren't so shocked, and they're actually accepting it very well.
Cool.
Too, so that's very cool.
Nice. What is your favorite Lolita substyle?
Sweet.
AP team here.
Yeah, I always say, like, I don't know if you can say that on YouTube, but I always say AP whore because I buy everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm really that kind of person, but another substyle I really like is hime. I really want to try it soon.
You need a big wig with him, you know?
I know. I don't like wigs, but I like those big dresses, you know?
But you can curl your hair. Like if you
can do something fancy with my natural
doing like so many colors and everything if you want. I feel like a wig is easier, but
I'm not into wigs. I don't know. Maybe just for hime.
Oh, you should try. I would love to see you in hime.
You know, all the ruffles.
Yeah.
Huge dresses, like awesome.
I think really it's like the next level of OTT suite is hime.
Yes, it's hime. Agree.
What is the process when you build the coordinates? Do you start with the dress, with the theme, with the color?
So usually I just fell in love with a dress. It's like I fall in love with it, literally. I just see it on the website or I see it being worn and I'm like, oh my god, okay, I'm getting this dress. And usually I will like to get the headdress too, or the head bow, whatever kind of stuff you put on the head. I will get it too. Then I have those two pieces. Sometimes I get matching socks, but that's not always, you know, that's not a go-to. But for me, go-to is like dress and a headdress. Then I start building up, you know, looking at the colors, looking at the theme of the dress, because when it's sweet, you know, you have the theme. So today's like ice creams. So I just made a lot of ice cream accessories, ice cream rings, ice cream earrings, ice cream necklace, and sometimes just because of the color scheme, I just like to get matching necklace, you know, just for the colors. This to me is really important, actually. Getting the right matching colors, accessories, or the right matching theme just brings it to next level, you know what I'm saying? It's like very special. And something I never do is like wearing a Lolita dress knowing I don't have all the accessories I want to have. So it means I have a lot of dresses that are in my wardrobe. I never wear them because I know I just want to earn, you know, that special piece that I want to get it matched with. So sometimes it can take up to a year before I just, you know, go out and have a new Lolita dress and something, because it's like fully done. I don't wear it unless it's fully done for me.
And then do you rebuild like this exact same looks every times? Because it's done and you have this look, or then you change things up?
Sometimes I like to switch to some stuff. For example, like those little bows I didn't have before, and now I feel like they're cool, so I added them. Most of the time it's gonna be the same base because I really like it, but as I said, I'm wearing Lolita, it's only been 2 years, so maybe, you know, in 5 years or so I will completely change the looks, but for now I'm good with this. So when I have a look I really like, I just do the same every time, and sometimes add up a few accessories. That's the base.
I'm impressed that newbies that are 2 years old can look this good.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, people my age,
I know.
they're like two years into Lolita, oh my god, it was not this. Oh no. So, congratulations. Do you have any tips to be more confident at Lolita?
Something really important I'd say is choose the right petticoats. That's like my forever tip to anyone, you know, asking me something. To me, that's the basic, you know? Having like the right petticoat shape that suits you, suits also your shape, your body shape, because actually we're not all built the same. So sometimes a shape is gonna match a person and not always the other. So it really depends. Sometimes very puffy ones, sometimes, you know, just more A-shaped ones. Really depends. I'm into A-shapes, for example, considering I have, you know, wider hips. I don't feel like I need like a very puffy cupcake one. This doesn't match the aesthetic. I don't see myself in those. But to me this is really important, because if you have the right petticoat, the right shape, you know, you'll feel so much more confident and you're just like walking by, you're so fierce, and to me this is really important. That's like the very base of a dress, you know?
I remember when I tried like a makeover in Lolita, you wear the dress, and by the time you put the petticoat, or even people trying it on my booth, you put the petticoat on and bam, it's like,
it's
whoa,
like,
and it makes everything.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. And then you feel so much more
something
because
like,
of the petticoat. Oh,
it adds,
this is such a good tip.
It adds the consistency, you know? The dress, it's like, it has volume, it's made for that, but I mean, I don't know, I feel so fierce and proud, but sometimes when you don't have the petticoat just before wearing it, you're just like, oh, it's a long dress, it's not very flattering, and wearing it just adds up so much.
Exactly, yeah. And I have a video where I try to wear 15 different petticoats, so you can definitely find the one that is perfect for you. What do you love about Lolita fashion?
It's no limits, you know? You can always go beyond, and I really like the fact that we're few. We're still kind of a big community, but I really like the fact that when you will go out in life, you're the only one wearing this. I got a lot of questions about this topic, because people are sometimes like, oh, you're wearing an alternative fashion. Is it really about people looking at you and, you know, it being a hit thing because people will look at you? And I was like, no, that's not the thing. But if people, like all the people example, if this was a normie style, or you know, like the basic when you go outside everyone is dressed like this, I think I wouldn't want to dress this way, because to me it's because not so many people wear that, and that's why I think it's also cool. So let's not forget about the fact that, you know, you're a bit unique wearing this, and this why it makes it so unique to me.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I think when you see only lolitas everywhere, you're like, oh, I love your dress and everything.
Yeah, you're so hyped, but because it's rare, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a specific event.
I cannot imagine.
I mean, that's in a crazy world where it's never gonna exist,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it would be the basic thing, like jeans t-shirt.
Yeah.
And so it's not so much fun, right?
No,
Even
no.
right now it's like so much fun, but
Yeah.
if it was in this fake reality, this wouldn't be funny. So yes, we would find some, maybe jeans t-shirt would be like the unique thing, but imagine how terrible this is. I mean,
No.
like...
What is the best memory of you wearing Lolita?
Actually, I have a lot of memories. Some worse than the others, to be fair, but I don't have like a specific memory, but to me, like the best thing ever is all the friends that I've made wearing Lolita fashion. Meeting so many people that are into the same things as you, that they understand, you know, what you're talking about when you talk about certain brands or certain stuff, and you don't feel like you're the alien in the room or something, because people don't understand that. They're like, oh, what's that? No, they understand. You know, you're gonna have a connection with this person out of this. And I was just so, you know, happy to have new friends, Swiss friends that are into those stuff, because before getting into it, I just had, you know, my school friends and all that, and it's just made my friends just a wider group of people, and we do more stuff, and it's just about the connection and the human thing about it. Just so many good memories about meeting people, and what else to say. It's just so intense for me, this kind of core memory of meeting new people.
And you've not been to many international events, and then it's even cooler when you make those friendships somewhere else. So like basically anywhere
Worldwide.
in the world you can go and meet other Lolitas. This is magic, I feel like.
Yeah,
so
I
cool.
just can't wait to do this. For now, I have met a few international people, but only, you know, Instagram. That's also because of Lolita fashion, which is just so cool. I wouldn't have worn that, I wouldn't have met them. I love this kind of pure feeling of meeting people.
Another of my cool memory that includes you is that we were together in the newspaper, like Femina.
Femina?
It's like the main normie fashion women magazine in our area. They made a piece about Lolita fashion, and
this
we're
was,
in it.
Pure. That's
so,
for real.
Yeah.
That's for real. That's a good memory.
It's like legitimizing Lolita fashion in the normiest possible fashion. So I was so like, wow, this is
for
amazing.
real. A good memory I have also is last year I went on TV with my look M6. M6? M6? French TV channel.
Did it finally air?
Last year it did. Around the same period of time.
Because you talked about that you filmed it, but we...
but I reposted actually a few stuff. But,
oh my god, I missed that.
This was called Incroyable Transformation. So this one is like a bit controversial, because it would use like alternative styles to be made fun of. And I just was approached on Instagram by those M6 people. They wanted to make a very specific moment with like people wearing alternative fashions, very different range of alternative fashions, and just having like a kind of fashion walk and just showing styles to people without judgment and without transformation. This was like a special special series in there, you know.
Yeah, because normally they take like people who have alternative fashion and transform them
into
normies
or weird, you know, weird styles.
Okay. And so how did it go? Was it good?
It was a very good moment, actually.
Interesting. Cool.
And in the end, if you look at the thing, it's not that bad, actually. They didn't make too many jokes or too many weird things, because
like
how, Lord, we know they sometimes do.
Yeah.
But this was okay this time, I think. They were really nice. While filming, after filming, prior filming. I went to Paris, all that for free. Hotel was free. Cool. So this this was a really nice moment. If I hadn't worn Lolita fashion, it wouldn't have brought me there, so that's also good memory.
Nice, I want to see all about that now. Now, do you have any tips for experienced Lolitas? This is hard since you're not that experienced, but you look so good already.
That's hard, and it's like I'm stepping on eggs right now.
You don't have to answer that, but usually people are like, there's always advice for newbies, and I feel like it's hard to get new things to know as an experienced
Yeah,
Lolitas.
but something I really want to say, just maybe because I'm a future jewelry designer, is just take care of the jewelry you're gonna be wearing. It's very important to choose the jewelry wisely and not sometimes just add maybe or just wear scuffs, or maybe just really think about the whole jewelry look and how you can just bring it to next level, how you can bring your dress to next level while wearing, you know, the appropriate jewelry. Really depends on, you know, your budget. You don't have to go very, very expensive, or if you want, you can too, but choosing the right colors, or it's very important to me as you get more experienced. Maybe at the very beginning it's not that important. As we said, petticoat really, you know, matters maybe more, some stuff like that. But when you're more experienced, getting more jewelry, choosing it, you know, wisely is very good.
Yeah, or like you said, the colors, but also before you said the theme.
The theme,
like get jewelries in the thing
theme
that you have
maybe of the
in
dress,
your dress.
you
and,
know.
yeah.
You think of the dress, you can also think of the necklace, and it's just, you know, good look. Because I've seen like kind of jewelry sometimes matching, for example, AP dresses. Sometimes I'm like, it's not even that matchy, right?
Yeah, like the official jewelry.
The official jewelry
Yeah.
sometimes even very of a match. It's not so much of a match. Maybe do not pick always the jewelry that matches the dress, and get, you know, a wider range of jewelry you can get from, because we have so many brands, indie brands of jewelry today.
I would say that my tip is that when you go to anime conventions, usually this is where you can get most of the accessories for Lolita. Like small hair clips or things like that. Okay, I'm selling these on my booth actually. And
She's also selling the dress.
Oh yes, I'm actually selling this dress. It was in the to sell pile and I picked it to twin with her today. So if you want ice cream parlor in Mint, JSK, with the headboard and the socks, $400, contact me. Okay, actually this necklace matches, but okay.
Yeah, this one matches, but I mean not all the, it doesn't match.
A lot of necklaces and earrings and rings actually I've bought at conventions. Like, oh, this is nice, I could match something for my dress. You don't really see Lolita fashion sold at convention, usually the dresses, but a lot of accessory, at least for sweet. You can find a lot there, so it's perfect to go shop there. Did you ever make specific things for you from your brand because it matched the dress? Like, I need an ice cream necklace and I don't have one, so I'm going to make one. Did you do that?
Yes, I did that for my earrings I'm wearing now. Actually, I didn't find, like, you know, the perfect matching earrings I really wanted, and I just saw this resin mold, and I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna give it a try and make something in my own way. But it doesn't happen so much. Like, I really love to support other, you know, jewelry makers. So most of the time it's gonna be other indie brands or other, you know, jewelry brands. And maybe another tip I can give is don't be afraid to go a little camp. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just wearing Lolita, but just do something out of the blue. Very unexpected. Do not be scared to, like, maybe use items that are maybe not made for Lolita or stuff like that. Just because it will look a bit camp and different, I think. This is just something I really like about it. I haven't found out quite right now, but, you know, wearing, I don't know, weird stuff, like make whatever kind of thing you could find in the flea market, make a necklace out of it, and be proud, you know, like old bags, maybe, I don't know, sneakers. I love all those, you know, campy stuff that just makes Lolita, you know, a bit sometimes out of the blue and unexpected.
I think this is something I admire very much in your look, is that you don't do, even though you started so long ago, you already go super far away, like take risk with your, especially jewelry and everything. It makes sense because of your job, but you go the extra mile in accessorizing and everything, and so this is really impressive, the way that you build your coordinates. What does your everyday wardrobe look like?
I'm gonna show a few pictures of my style. A friend of yours and of mine just found like the rightest name for my style, my everyday style. It's vintage Kawaii, she said, and I think it really matches matches it because it's like kawaii stuff with a touch of vintage. And as much as I love Lolita fashion, for now, as I said, I don't see myself wearing it every day, but still I don't see myself as a normie jeans t-shirt every day because I just love fashion and jewelry and stuff and colorful stuff way too much for that. So I found myself, you know, my little style I can wear every day, that sometimes it's gonna be like less layers, it's gonna take less time for me to put on the stuff. I just found my way into this.
I felt that your normie look is also very iconic and very specific, so this is really nice. What are you frustrated about in Lolita in general?
It might get a little controversial in here, but I'm not talking by my own experience, because as you said, I've entered the Lolita community and the Lolita fashion already wearing expensive stuff. Because let's say AP is expensive, we're gonna get real about that. From people telling me, because this is not personal opinion, this is people's experience. Some friends of mine will actually try Lolita fashion maybe a few years ago, but you know, like knockoffs on AliExpress or like cheap dresses. But when I say cheap dresses, the cheapest you could find, and the overall would look very cheap. They all agree on that, but still they were having fun, you know, trying out a new style. They said sometimes it would have like a very bad outcome for them, like other Lolitas making fun of them and being pushed away from the community. And I think that might be something a bit problematic in the way there's a lot of gatekeeping. Sometimes we were like, okay, we're not gonna let in those people, you know, that don't understand all the right rules and all that. And in a way I can agree, because some people, they don't really care and they're just wearing this in a very random way. But some people, they might just want to get really involved into it, but they don't have the knowledge, they don't know the right people, and they've just tried out something. And to me this is very complicated, because this can be a mix of a lot of stuff. But some of friends of mine were really interested in Lolita fashion, but they didn't have all of the community behind them and just left Lolita fashion just because they were felt too pressured by that. I didn't leave that personally, but I really felt for them, because I was like, oh, so you can be pushed back from a community just because, you know, you're having like a cheap look or something. And I just don't know how to position myself kind of well, because sometimes I really want to help, you know, little girls, maybe 14, 15, that just don't know how to wear the thing properly. Like they have a very poor looking head bow, and just like, oh, but I can give you tips if you want, we can shop for you, and depending on your budget and what your parents maybe want you to spend on this. But I'm really, you know, I'm half on this. I know what you think about this. What did you maybe...
Me?
Yeah, your turn on that.
Oh, that's, I think, a very long topic to talk about. I've read a very interesting blog post about gatekeeping in Lolita. I think I will find it and reference it here. I think what is damaging to Lolitas and what they're afraid is people being visible and calling what they're wearing Lolita to other people, and while it's not. And so I understand why people want to protect the look and the appellation of the look, that this is not Lolita, and people going around and say, hey, look, I'm wearing Lolita, when it's not. So I understand why
it's a bit frustrating. I know that.
Like more advanced Lolitas want to protect that. But also I feel that this is a fashion, this is clothing, people should experience with it. And I feel personally that by the book Lolita, like, oh, I have so much money that I bought the whole AP thing and I'm wearing it exactly like in the catalog. I don't feel that this is very interesting, because this is boring. For me, this is as boring as a pair of jeans. You just bought the thing and
you wore it.
if you just started and so this is your look, that's good. But for me, clothing is an expression, and so if people are so happy about that and they're just happy wearing that, and so why not? And they can do whatever they want. But if it's too far from Lolita, maybe just don't claim it's Lolita when it's actually not.
I agree.
But for me, clothing or clothing, so you just enjoy your time and wear it the way it makes you happy, which is the most important thing. But I highly encourage you to look at this blog post. It says basically it's the whole thing, like a pizza, it's an open thing with toppings, and then a taco is a closed thing with topping. But if a calzone, like it's a closed pizza, is it a taco? Is it the same thing? And so it makes the whole gatekeeping about all that. Is it a pizza?
It's totally that.
So that was so interesting. And yeah, I really enjoyed reading about that. And I don't think that people gatekeeping lolitas are really doing it for the bad reason and just to be mean. It's just that they want to protect something that is very dear to them. And we already so much criticized and looked weird by all the people around that we want to keep it good for us and not make that,
Yes, I
this
totally
is a frilly
understand.
skirt, so this is lolita. But I don't want people who are happy and to be happy to wear something to not do it.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
very complicated.
Yeah, but we could do a whole video about that, I think. So thank you so much for having answered all my questions.
Thank you for
like
asking
that.
them to me.
So if you want to see the other part of this awesome long video, click over there. There will be one big link here so you can hear everything she
second.
has to talk about in other topics.